People sometimes treat marriage apps like Muzz and others as a last resort. You know, the thing you try when everything else fails. And ultimately that's holding you back. For us, the goal with Muzz is making it a very intentional place where people are looking to get married and you're bringing like-minded people together. It's not perfect, of course, and no platform is. Even the rishta suggestions that you might get through a masjid, etc. Trust me, they're not perfect either. But this mindset of, oh, you know what, I'm never ever going to use apps, especially without trying it, often that will hold you back. Ultimately, you should use all the means at your disposal to try and meet new people. So particularly meeting people of different Muslim backgrounds and cultures really is only available through apps and through technology, because it does bring very different people together, for better or worse. I've spoken to so many hundreds of Muslims, some who've used Muzz, some who've used other marriage apps, and some who say, I would never use an app. I actually find it so interesting. I remember when I came up with Muzz as a product to help Muslims get married and find a partner, I always thought how hard it is as a Muslim guy to meet Muslim girls, and also vice versa. You know, apart from family and apart from work, there's very few social interactions or maybe social occasions where Muslim men and women meet. And for me, online actually makes a lot of sense when used the right way. And that's the key, when it's used the right way. I know, unfortunately, apps often sometimes get a bad rep. And I always say, unfortunately, there's a minority who misuse apps, who aren't serious, who are up to no good, who I think ruin it for everyone else. In all of that, that's where we operate. You know, Muzz operates in a space that is very messy. Whenever you bring Muslim men and women together, trust me, whenever you bring people together, it can be messy. Muslims who use marriage apps and platforms and just conduct their marriage search with intentionality, with being serious and with behaving themselves, are often the ones who actually are successful. And the ones who aren't are the ones that are forever messing around on all these platforms that are out there. One thing to remember, Islam is very progressive. And what do I mean by that? Islam is all about embracing modernity, technology, all of these new means, but using it with the right intention and with the right level of respect. And that's the crucial bit. So there's nothing wrong with technology. There's nothing wrong with using apps. There's nothing inherently taboo in them. The key is making sure for you, you're using it in a halal manner, your intentions are right, you're behaving yourself, and you're using it appropriately. It's not necessarily the platform. It's down to individuals. It's down to people. Remember, in Islam, it's not just about making dua, it's also about taking action. And let's say using marriage apps, using websites, using all the means at your disposal are crucial. You have to make sure you're putting the effort in, because you don't want to be the person in 5 years, in 10 years, looking back wondering, why am I still single? But for some reason, I was really stubborn about using this platform or that platform. You want to make sure you're using everything at your disposal that you're comfortable with. That's the key. Make sure you're comfortable with them. Like I said, it's down to your intention and the intention of the other person. So remember, it doesn't actually matter where you meet. Plenty of people are undercover lovers. We know you guys met on Muzz and you don't tell anyone. That's okay. You know, like, inshallah, may Allah be happy with you. We're just glad that you got married. For us, the most important thing is why you two people met and how you met. And inshallah, that's in a good halal situation with a good start. You want barakah in your relationship and you want it to start off with goodness. And hopefully, whether it's Muzz, whether it's other platforms, the goal is that we provide you that means by which you can begin that journey. Never forget, Allah can send you your rizq anywhere, even through your phone. I always think when you're using Muzz or even other marriage apps or services or whatever you choose to use to try and meet people, it's all about intention. And that's what everything is about. Actions are by intention in Islam. So if your intention is, I want to use this platform to try and find a partner in a serious way, in a halal way, I'm going to behave myself, etc. All you can do is do your very best of making sure you're meeting people and encouraging those connections to take place. Inshallah, Allah will reward you and you'll find your partner. One thing I've noticed sometimes with Muslims who use apps like Muzz, etc., is they treat it as a last resort. And the problem with that is you become a low effort person. You become someone who you don't treat other people with respect. You don't give them the time, especially other people who are very serious, who know what they're looking for. You're almost an obstacle to them and you're not someone who is helping them on their journey. So make sure if you're using a platform, give it your all, right? Have some real thought. Build your profile properly. Don't just put in there, we'll come back to this and never come back to it. It's all about being very intentional about what you're doing. And if you're having a conversation with someone, again, be intentional. Why are you talking to this person? It's not just for fun. Hopefully you're trying to figure out quite quickly, is this someone I could foresee spending the rest of my life with? And that's literally all you're there for. Remember, using apps, using websites, being introduced by your family, an arranged marriage, if you will, there's no shame in any of this. Ultimately, what you want barakah in your marriage, and you want a long, happy marriage. That's all that matters. Let people gossip, let people talk, it doesn't matter. That's almost irrelevant. You focus on having a long, happy, healthy relationship with someone that you feel real connection with. And that's the real goal. And whether it's on Muzz, whether it's on other apps, whether it's on websites, whether it's an introduction from your random uncle from Bangladesh, who knows, who cares, right? All you care about is making sure that that person is suited for you, that you both are aligned in your values, and you both, inshallah, want to build an amazing marriage together. And that's how you show all those haters who want to gossip about you, just have your long, happy marriage, inshallah.